I found that I was considering participating in what others had done in there. I definitely had to like question my values a little bit in there. I didn't think that I would have to question my own ethics, but the room, the things that were in it, and the things that have been done definitely made me consider participating in things that I normally wouldn't.
Yeah, and then I saw the whiskey bottle, so I took a sip of whiskey. Yeah, and then I took the shot glass and I tipped it upside down, but I didn't drink out of the shot glass. I would not have like gone into your backpack and ever gone through someone's wallet or your wallet, but since it was out,
There's a lot of trust going on in there. There's a hammer, smash something, and there's fucking money in there, man. Hey, you're going in this room, and there's nobody watching you. Like, you're in this room, you can say or do whatever you want. There's a lot of trust there. Like, I mean, you can be whoever you want to be in that room, you know. Wants to steal that money, I could. If I want to be the kind of dude that drinks that whiskey, I could. If I want to smash a fucking hole in the wall with that hammer, I could, you know. If you're just doing shit for the sake of it, like, yo, I'm in this room, I'm all by myself, like, I can do whatever the fuck I want, like, doesn't really mean you should, you know what I mean? Like, not like, oh, hey, I'm in this room, like, I'm gonna, like, fuck, nobody will know I'll steal this money.
I walked over, I looked at the table in the center and saw that there was the Jack Daniels there, I think, and there was some shots in it, and there was a wallet there, and I looked at the wallet and there was a picture of somebody in there, and I noticed there was money in the wallet. I wasn't going to take the money, so I mean, I don't know. There really is no accountability. There would have been no reason for me not to take it, but like I didn't want to because, like, I don't feel like when I try and act honorably. It was kind of like one of those decisions. Like, there's really like no accountability. You could do it or you could not. I was kind of like do unto others what you want to do unto yourself. So I would rather if I left my wallet out, and somebody found it, I would rather have them return it to me than have them take the money out of my wallet and return it to me.
My first perception was almost, a little playful. You get put alone in a room with a couple of, for lack of a better word, editable objects, and you sort of, get ideas in your head. And I found that the longer I stayed in there, the more that sort of the experience lost a bit of its playful veneer to it, and got a little bit more intense. I thought it spoke really interestingly to temptation. That, there's a bottle of a little bit of whiskey left there, so temptation of that, temptation of you put an intensely personal item in there, which is your wallet, including all your credit cards and actual dollar bills, which is a really surprising thing. But I also found the glass orbs the most interesting, I think, because one of them was shattered, which kind of, I don't know if that was you who did it, I don't know if it was somebody else who did it, but it leaves the impression that somebody else did this, so it's okay, it sets a precedent. And that was the part that I found the most interesting, that was the part that actually grabbed my temptation a little bit and said, hey, you should break one of these glass orbs because somebody else did it. It's crowd mindset. If one person does something, deplorable as it may be, it is incredibly easy for people to fall in line behind them. But it did surprise me that I actually did have to fight something. On a surface level, it gets rid of all accountability. So even if you destroyed everything in there, nobody would know it was you because you walk away. But on a more emotional level, that isolation made you your own juror. You're judging your own actions. You're the one who's going to have to live with the guilt if you do go and do something like that. And in a vacuum of responsibility, when nobody else is watching but you, and you are the only person who can decide what is ethical and what is not, it kind of tears your mind up, being like, crap, what do I do? This is so tempting, but I can't do it.
I walked in the room, and when I saw everything, I guess what stuck out to me is it looked like Temptations. I mean, because they were the glass bulbs. I could see some people had already smashed them, but like who doesn't? Like who wouldn't want to smash a glass bulb with a mallet? And then I saw the wallet on the table, so I looked at that, and there's money in there. So I mean, also temptation there, and then alcohol, which I mean, it can be a temptation too. So the things I could do in that room could be really bad. Like, I mean, you could smash the glass balls, but that's also something that was like made by you, I assume. You know, so I would feel bad about doing that. And then when I saw that your name in your wallet, I mean, it's wrong taking money anyway, but I mean, there's a chance to. So that's a temptation. And then, I mean, it's not my bottle of whiskey, but I could have like drank from it if I wanted to. You know, so I mean, it gives you more of a chance to like it opens up the door to do it because there's no consequence, but also like um, the thought that like having integrity popped in my head, that like integrity is doing what's right even when no one's looking. So I mean that right, like the opportunity I had right there was like a perfect example of like to show or to not show integrity. That's just like a really small sample of like what like everyday life is like. So I mean, I want to do my best, like no matter where I'm at, to like make those decisions. So I'm happy, like it's freeing that I chose to have integrity.